States President Joe Biden has instructed Secretary of State Antony Blinken to release up to $350 million in immediate support to Ukraine's security and defense. This release comes after a 40-minute call between Biden and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky earlier Friday, during which they discussed concrete defense assistance. According to a new memo released by the White House late Friday, this is the third drawdown of money sent from US to Ukraine recently. Previously, orders have been for $60 million and $250 million, putting the total over the last year as over $1 billion, according to an administration official. The State Department is expected to issue its own statement with more details shortly. This news comes as residents in the Ukrainian capital woke up to explosions and sounds of war for the third morning as Russian troops attempt to take over the city. Bomb blasts were reported inside the capital Saturday morning after days of heavy fighting on the outskirts as Russian troops advanced on the city. Gunfire was also heard close to the city center as Russian troops faced heavy resistance from Ukrainian soldiers and civilians defending their city. In a national address on Friday night, Zelensky vowed that Ukrainians would stay and fight for their country, accusing Russia of targeting civilian infrastructure. The spokesperson for the president accepted a Russian proposal to hold negotiations and that he was ready to talk about peace and a ceasefire. Also on Friday, Russia, UN Security Council permanent member, vetoed a United Nations Security Council resolution condemning the invasion of Ukraine. China, India, and the United Arab Emirates abstaining from voting. After the vote, 50 countries issued a joint statement saying Russia abused its power in blocking the resolution. Well, terrible precedent. Sending money out to a different country while inflation is all-time high in your country. Biden is Buhari 2.0 brain dead. Ukraine has been hungry for years. None of this assistance came. America always in support of war. People are saying now that it is not money they need troops to go in there. Some people have the opinion that this country is not with NATO. Oh, some people are saying that oh, they ought to have been there. You know, a lot of things back and forth, and the so-called Russian government is really happy seeing all of these things happening and trying to continue to calculate its move into that country. And as we have heard now that they are moving into the city, the capital city, because they have been outskirts of the country before now. What they need, according to people, instead of this money that the US government is doling out, they need troops to be sent there. But those other countries need to look thoroughly before they could say they want to strike. Putin is a lion while Biden is wolf. They have money for war but can't feed the poor. They support us because they bait men into it. Why can't the world learn from other people's story? See Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Oh God. Someone say, I miss Trump. I miss Trump. Those who are dying to study abroad, stay at home and get into federal or state university. It is better to hustle with hustle than war racism. Really? Nigeria problem is a continuous one. All these problems that we are seeing in other countries, you know, they come once in a while, but Nigeria does not even have an end. And someone is saying, do you agree with Shehu Sani making this statement? That one is even a different ball game altogether. Audio security assistance. Why can't you send your troops? Keep fooling them. Why money? Send well-armed troops to these Ukrainian people. Russia is not that shallow. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. If an elephant has its foot on the tail of a mouse and you say that you are neutral, the mouse will not appreciate your neutrality, according to Desmond Tutu. Putin, after seeing this, will say more fire. So this is the only thing this man can think of instead of calling for peace. I wonder why America always embrace war instead of peace. They are the core oppressors of this fight to Fiakwa. If Trump was there, Russia would have thought twice before invading Ukraine. But you are forgetting that Russia, the Russian president and Trump, they were best of friends. Trump would have handled the situation better. You are correct. Like seriously, in case you don't even know, Putin declared war against America during Trump era, but the dude refused to risk a war with him. Well, the truth is that this guy Putin don't doesn't fear anybody in USA, even Trump himself. Putin or whatever his name is must be stopped. What are they doing or going to use the money for in the face of war? Some policies are not just strategic at all. I don't know what you guys think, because a lot of people are saying that the money is not the issue. What are they going to use the money for? Because a lot of people are even trapped. Now people are sitting down inside their house. I hope hunger will not finish some people. The way this Russian government is doing, or president is going about this whole thing, because it's not backing down. It's not backing down. And the way everyone is saying that, oh, Russia is powerful, Russia is this, Russia is that. It's like people have already given up. They've already given up. This is not a. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all. The whole thing don't set. How are they going to spend the money in the face of this calamity? What are they going to use the money for in the face of war? Some things are not just right at all. What are they going to use the money for? This is really incredible. Very incredible. But even with the money Joe Biden is giving, is he giving the money from his own pocket? And before he made that decision, he doesn't make decision alone. For the fact that you are the president, you don't just come out and say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. It must go through processes. People will talk about it. Okay, let us do like this, let us do like this. But it is the president that will not come out. I think that is where people are missing it. It is not Joe Biden. It is not in the place for Joe Biden himself to just take a decision or to make a decision and say, okay, this is it. Let's go for it. No. But no, it doesn't work that way. They work together. He can't just do out money, because it is not his personal money. It is the money of the country. So we don't even know how this whole thing is going to end, whether Putin is going to back down. And some people have the opinion that the Ukrainian government should try to surrender just like that. You think it's as easy as that? No,